thank you for my confidence. They're raining down on me. All right. Let it bless it. You're smiling down on me. Hey everybody, we are back again at Zoka Shakari. That's right, channel 2933 KTV, and the show is called Transformations with Pastor G. And you know what we're talking about? We're talking about change. We're talking about mindset. We're talking about grit. We're talking about determination. We're talking about resilience. We're talking about women. We're talking about a woman, a phenomenal woman. My friend, my plug for bunting, the bunting champion of Zimbabwe.
Hi, Pastor.
Roswitha Danda. How are you doing, Rosie?
Rossa is doing perfectly fine, Pastor.
Man, I love your energy, man. Uneka vibe. How are you keeping, Shamwari?
Rossa is keeping well, Pastor. As you can see, I'm here and kicking and vibing.
Just from Nyaye marathon. But our first real connection was on the issue of food. Healthy food.
Yes.
You know, as I've been back on the health journey as Pastor G, you know, you are part of what I call the banting culture of Zimbabwe, promoting a lifestyle that has to do with weight loss, that has to do with living in a calorie deficit, a lifestyle that just basically is a healthy lifestyle. But there's somebody out there who sees this great lady who is a mother, who is this triple threat, multiple threat, marathon runner, fitness fanatic, bunting champion. But there's a young lady, there's a young Rossa out there. This program and say, how do I become like that woman? They probably see a lot of ladies running marathons and they say, go now, or maybe they are overweight. The whole issue with the struggle. And they're saying, can I ever lose weight and become a slim fit like that young lady? And people hear your age, they'll wonder, So we want to unpack Rossa. We're basically doing a show called Being Rossa. What it means being Rossa. From the time Rossa was born, where she was born, where she went to school, our family history, a family tree, then we're going to talk about how you transition to be one Zimbabwe Tourism Authority strategist. Number two, how you transition to becoming this healthy lifestyle bunting champion or advocate. Number three, we want to talk about this marathon runner, fitness fanatic. We can run 21 Ks, 42 Ks. Let's talk about from the start now. Where were you born? Where did you go to school? Just give us a little bit of a background.
Rossa. And I like you say being Rossa because that's what it is. If you actually check my handles on social media, it's being Rossa.
Serious?
Yes. So if I begin talking about my life, I think we can spend the whole year here on set.
Let's talk about where you were born.
Okay. I was born in Masvingo, right? I was born in Masvingo. And part of my life as a child, I actually went to Mutare. I was in Mutare until I was about grade 1. And then I moved back to Masvingo. So from grade 1 up until Form 5, I was in Masvingo.
Which primary school?
I went to Victoria Primary School and I went to Victoria High School. Yes, famous. And then Vic High. And then I moved to Zimuto. Zimuto High School, yes. Ndakaenda Opa Mission. Right?
So okay. So primary, were you athletic?
No, I was not. Guess what? I actually used to bring in fake doctor's letters to say this one is sick, she can't run. That's how bad it was.
That's me, Form 1. Form 1, I see, because my high schools, boys' high school, it was cross country.
Right.
I got a doctor's. It wasn't fake. I went to a doctor's. I actually got a note that this boy cannot. I just did not want to run that cross country. But anyway, so you go to Zimuto, you primary school, Victoria Primary School. So there were no signs of athleticism.
There were no signs. What I would actually do, I would go for a doctor's checkup with my parents every time before I go to school. And then I would paint and cry and fake cry. I would do all sorts of drama just so that I get a letter to say this one can't run, this one can't do this. That was ignorance, unfortunately. I didn't know how good it is to actually exercise and stay fit. Yeah. So that was my journey in primary.
Form 1, that's me. That's me, Form 1. Form 1. And I think I got away with it a lot of my high school. But I used to play rugby. I used to love rugby. So
wow.
I ended up, there was no way shortcut.
And what happened to that?
I played rugby till upper 6, from Form 1 to upper 6.
Do you know you can still actually play rugby?
No, not at this age, Shamwa. I don't fully come up with Shamwa. My bones, some of us are 55. I'm turning 55 this year, Rossa. But so, Vic High, any signs of still the same thing?
I played cricket, actually.
What?
Yes, I played cricket. They know me, these cricket boys. The likes of Anna Blessing Mawire, they know me. I used to play a lot of cricket. Jem Tonchiyengetere, they know me. But I think I was not too sure of what I really wanted to be. That's actually a dilemma that I faced growing up. I was not sure of what I wanted. At some point, I wanted to be a policeman. Yet I didn't want to run.
Let me hold you there. Listen, you're watching Transformations with Pastor G. We've got Rossa.
Yeah.
Being Rossa, that's what this show is all about, right here on channel 293, right here on 3K TV, DSTV. Don't touch the remote. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, we're back again. And yeah, the vibe is correct. The vibe is high.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot happened and I was removed from Victoria High School. My parents, my father said this one. Pastor, my life growing up, I actually marvel at the woman I am now. And I actually marvel at what I've achieved.
Those times.
Yeah.
It's called growing up.
Yeah. So Pastor, this one is a story for another day, but at Form 5, that's when I fell pregnant with my daughter, who's in university now, by the way. Hey guys, I've got a daughter in university.
Yeah.
So my life sort of changed from that time. You start realizing that certain life decisions will not direct you towards the course that you had planned. So I didn't drop out of school, right? My parents are educationists. My father really loves education. He was in the education space.
And I've met your dad.
Well, you've met him, right?
Yeah.
So I did continue with school, though in a sort of different setting. But I did finish. And here I am now. I actually went to uni.
So let's talk about uni. What do you do at uni?
My first degree is in African languages and culture.
She's got degrees, guys.
She's got plenty.
African, I like that.
African languages and culture. I took that
University of Zimbabwe
Midlands State University.
MSU.
Yes. And then my master's, I actually did it at Bindura University of Science.
Girl. Master's, mama.
Yeah.
Doctorate coming up next. Doctorate loaded. Yeah.
So my master's is in international relations. I actually did that out of passion because I'm one person who's so beat about community development, about interaction.
Yeah.
I think that's why I landed the cooperation portfolio at the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority. And then, of course, I then did my monitoring and evaluation to enhance after
project
that.
management, that sort of thing.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So actually, that's my educational background.
That's so fantastic, man.
Right.
I'm getting to know you. Anyway, so you do the masters. How do you break into ZTA? What happens after you finish your first degree? Where do you go to work? Do you go immediately to ZTA, or you transition to other jobs, then ZTA comes later?
Okay. Actually, I started off my first job at ZTA.
Wow.
As a very junior staffer. I was actually in events.
And what year was that?
This was 2009.
Yeah, I think that's when I first met you.
Yes.
Yes, but we did a couple of things with ZTA at that time. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So I grew, professionally, I grew education-wise, I grew, and then, with experience, you get to learn a lot of things. What I appreciated about the degrees that I actually studied? They put you in the people. They connect you, right? You become so versatile. So I grew from events into protocol, into investment promotion, into the strategic department, and now I'm in the cooperation department, coordinating all these relationships with other states in Sister Para State House.
Man, I'm so proud of you, man. Of just that level, for a woman of your station to get to that level, that's amazing. Well done. Now let's talk about your transition to this health thing. What happens?
Great. Now that's the interesting part.
Yeah.
So you remember COVID came.
Pastor,
I never used to run. I never used to eat healthy. I would just eat a lot of sugar, a lot of chocolates. Actually, I was so popular for stocking a lot of different kinds of chocolates in my house. If you come to my house, you would pick any Belgian, whatever. Yes.
My duty-free shop.
You get it. You get it.
I know.
Right. So I would make sure that if I go to Spain, I'm picking the best chocolate in Spain. If I go to Brazil, I'm picking the best. If I go to South Africa, I have to find that South African chocolate. But things changed. When COVID came, I lost a lot of friends, I lost a lot of relatives, workmates, and something struck a chord in my mind. I said, no, there's something wrong here. And I'd actually started picking on a lot of weight. So I just started running because if you notice, during COVID, the only people who were actually allowed to move around were the fitness people. If you were running, if you were jogging, you were allowed to run anyhow. I actually like how our government respects this wellness thing. It's very important, right? So I started running during COVID. I could barely finish 100 meters at first. And then I would suffer sprains, all of these crazy things.
I used to walk 1 kilometer and think that I've just won
the
marathon.
Right. So yeah, I continued, but I lessened. I started doing portion control, a little bit less of sugar. I dropped a little bit of milk and all, but I was still eating my carbs, the unhealthy carbs, but it worked because I started seeing a transformation actually in my body. I'd stopped being confident about myself. I had actually gone in a shell because I just felt.
Just out of interest, how many kgs did you weigh during your worst?
You know what? The crazy part is the scale never really went that high on my part. I think the most I've been is 90. But you were just in an unhealthy space. I was in an unhealthy space, but you know how at times the scale can give you 100 and you look slim, or the scale can give you 50 and you look so big?
Yeah.
That's what was happening to me. I had grown big. But the highest I've been actually is 90. But I couldn't fit clothes. I'd actually gone up to size UK 18. That's how far I'd gone. Now I'm UK 10.
Yeah.
Kudos. So I started running during COVID. I started changing slightly what I used to eat. And then I had my son. I call him my health son because that's when my second born came.
Let me hold you there. Then we're going to pick it up in the third segment. Hey, everybody. You are hanging out with PGZ, Pastor G, and I'm hanging out with Rossa right here on 3K TV, channel 293. Don't touch the remote. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, Pastor G. We are right back right here on 3K TV, the best of Zimbabwe, and we're talking to the best of Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe Tourism Authority, Strategic and Partnership Officer, Rossa Danda. And she's a fitness fanatic. She does marathons. She's a banting culture champion. And now let's talk about, now you have your son. So obviously with that comes the weight.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do then to mitigate the weight issue after that?
Right. So, Pastor, I've been part of the official Facebook group on bunting. I think it's got about 2.4 million people worldwide.
People don't know what we're talking. We're talking about bunting. We're not talking about bunting G.
Right. Okay. So bunting is a low-carb, high-fat, medium-protein diet where you don't eat sugar, you don't eat unhealthy starches, and you really basically watch your weight. You eat when you're hungry. You stop when you're full. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. So when I had my son, yes, the extra weight, all I had worked for during COVID vanished. I started picking on a lot of weight again. I actually needed...
This was 2021?
This was 2021, 2022. I gave birth to him in 2022. So then I was like, there's this group that I'm usually on Facebook. They were talking about bunting. What is it about? Before I get back to trying to walk and all of that, let me check it out. So that's when I discovered, no, it's actually doable because I love meat. Growing up, I always used to say, when I grow up, I want to get married to a butcher, thinking he's the one who owns the meat. So I then started bunting. I was like, maybe let me try this out. It can work for me. And since then, I have no words. Pastor, bunting has changed my health. I used to have problems with my abdomen, a lot of acne issues.
Right.
I think if you can see right now, I'm not wearing any makeup on.
But somebody are glowing.
Right, it's bunting. It's
Golden
clean
skin.
eating. It's clean eating. I
Yeah.
actually, I'm
And then
naturally... Okay.
All right, don't
I'm
worry.
a naturalist.
Behave. All right.
I'm a naturalist, yes,
Yeah.
but again, it actually increased my confidence in this whole business of not putting on makeup. So I just gained skin clarity. I stopped going to the doctor. At some point, my doctor called me and said, are you there? I actually thought you're dead.
You're not giving me money. He was trying to say nicely, you're not giving me money.
I used to go to him 2 times every month.
Somebody, let me tell you a story. You know, when I started my bunting lifestyle, you know, before that, side of my bed, Jumba Mapirits, I'll be at the doctor's every 2 weeks. When I started losing weight, 2022, 2020, my blood pressure dropped.
Right.
My feet, I zimba suita madanda.
Right.
I don't have swollen
It's all
feet
gone.
anymore. It's all gone.
You see?
I used to have sleep apnea. I don't have that anymore. I used to snore. It's snoring.
It's gone.
Snoring in South Africa. But man, I used to snore. What's gone. So now you do this banting thing. You lose weight. You transition to doing marathons. But before we go to the marathons, I want to talk about Bunting Pro. You do a startup called Bunting Pro. You know, tell me more about just what's there for people who are trying to lose weight. I mean, like me, do not my biscuit. Do not you know, I've got a serious sweet tooth.
Right.
You know, I love the fruit cakes. I love I love food.
You love food. Okay. So I said, look, this is actually something that's working for me. So I need to introduce this to a lot more people. I need people to feel what I'm feeling. I need people to be confident.
And that you can have what you
so that you can have
what you like.
want. If you want cake, you can
but
have
it can
it
be healthy.
sugar-free. Exactly. If you want biscuits, if you want chocolates, if you want your juice, you know, you can have your
gudugu.
Yeah.
Fruities.
Right. So that's what inspired me to say, hey, I know the next person is looking for these things also.
So
Why
maybe
don't I start?
let me tell you, I used to drink 5 liters of Coca-Cola daily. So imagine when I reached 200 kgs, then I dropped that weight. I wanted an alternative. I wanted some, because I have a sweet tooth. So Banting Pro starts. You do this great startup that provides alternative to people like me who are losing weight. You know, how's been that experience for you? Because I know you do a lot of things like for diabetics, people who are diabetic, who still wanted nice things. Tell me, what's been that experience just helping people with that?
Right. I think earlier on in our conversation, I did mention that I love community development. I love transformation. I love impacting on the next person's life. So Banting Pro has been amazing, has been nothing but amazing. I look forward to going to Banting Pro when I'm done with work. I look forward to replying messages that come through to Banting Pro. Pastor, I've met a lot of people from all walks of life, from different nations. I even talk to people all the way in Netherlands, in Kenya, everywhere because of this lifestyle. So Banting Pro basically deals with the diabetics, all those who want to run weight loss, to lose weight, all those who want to regulate their cholesterol,
want to maintain
all those who
certain
want
weight.
to maintain a certain weight, all those who are into fitness and they want, your sugar-free electrolytes. So Banting Pro has been just but amazing. And look, we reconnected again because of this health lifestyle, yourself and myself. So it's been an amazing journey, actually. It has given birth to a fitness support group, which I'm actually Enduro Tribe, right?
It's like what my fit, because you help me a lot with my fitness WhatsApp groups. The WIN. I've got a WhatsApp initiative called WIN Against Obesity. We call it the WIN group. Yeah. And I've seen how you've come on there, taught about banting culture, how to banting lifestyle. But I'm part also of your
Enduro
fitness
Tribe.
Enduro Tribe.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about your marathons. How did you transition to marathons?
Okay. So in November last year, I then decided, let me start running again. I think I'm fit now when my son is older, I can just leave him at home. So I started running. I would actually run in the avenues. And then there's a good friend of mine from high school. He then identified me. And he said, no, look, come run at our club. So I started running at Belgravia Sports Club. I could barely finish. I tried. I would finish 1 kilometer. And then eventually I moved to
this is
marathons.
November?
This is November, just last year.
2024?
Yes, 2024.
Because I'm seeing you running. I mean, I bumped into you at the Nyaradzo race.
Yes, Nyaradzo was my first half marathon. I did 24 kilometers.
You killed it. Then you've just done this other one.
Then I did
the Nedbank one.
Yes, I did 21 at Nedbank. I did 22 at East 3 Elites, and I've been doing 10s. So when I started marathons, I started at 5Ks, at 10Ks actually. I skipped 5. I just said, no, let me go head on. I'm going to do 10. Tell me,
you've been watching Transformations with Pastor G right here on 3K TV. We had Roswitha Danda, fitness expert, Banting Pro champion, as well as ZTA Strategic Partnerships Officer. See you next time on Transformations with Pastor G. God bless.